Hello everyone, my name is Dee and welcome to my Pick a Card Tarot Readings channel and welcome to your reading. I am going to read your soul and bring you deeper understanding and clarity about who you are, your life journey, and where you are at right now upon that journey. There are 3 different decks to choose from. The first one is Ask Your Guides. The second one is the Soul's Journey Lessons card. And the third one is Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose Oracle cards. So go ahead and decide which one of those decks is calling to you. I will start with Ask Your Guides. There are timestamps listed for all of them below. Hello to everybody who chose the Ask Your Guides Oracle paired up with the Rose Quartz. So first and foremost, with this Rose Quartz, you are a very sensitive, deeply feeling person. Your experiences of happiness, of joy, as well as sadness and pain run deeper than the average person. You really feel everything, and some of you are quite aware of that, and others of you don't really notice because that's how you've been your whole life. And when you look at people who seem to lack all empathy and compassion, you feel like something's wrong with them. Like, did your mom drop you on your head when you were a kid? Like, it just seems so foreign to you. And the thing is you are made to feel things much deeper than the average person, okay? And you are a lover, you are a peacemaker, you are not a fighter, you are warm, beautiful energy, and you find that people either really warm up to you and open up to you and like you right away, or people just seem really put off by you. It's like the extreme of one or the other for the most part, and it's just because you are a very strong vibration of energy, and your vibration triggers other people into like unresolved shadow issues, okay? Even with you like not saying anything, it's just something about your energy is triggering to them, and they don't realize what that trigger is at a conscious level. They just feel like something's off about you, or you give them bad vibes or something ridiculous like that. And it's not you, okay? It's them. It's your energy is this right here of the rose quartz. And people who are open predominantly to the vibration of love and compassion are going to be drawn into you. The people who are quite empty and cold and distant and disconnected from others as well as themselves are going to feel repelled by you. And you need to know that and understand that, so you don't personalize that when that happens, because you'll think to yourself, like, what did I even do wrong, right? Or even some relationships in your life, it's just like everything's fine and then something happens, and you're like, well, why is everything feeling off all of a sudden? Because in your opinion, there's not any one particular thing that went down, but something seemed to have happened in the other person where they're disconnecting and they're pulling away, and you don't understand. It's because there is something about your vibration that is triggering them, that convicts them of their own dishonesty, their own shadow energy, okay? So you need to understand that and not personalize that, and really cherish and love and honor and respect those who are on your team, who love you and respect you, because they are more pure of heart, okay? They're definitely more pure of heart. The people you get really close to, they're pure of heart, okay? So let's pull some cards. Okay, self-control with your higher self. See that? Just look at the image. This is you. This is your energy, okay? And some people just can't handle that shine, that vibe. And it's nothing against you. You need to keep doing you. You really operate from a higher self perspective, much more than the average person. That's why you feel things so deeply. Unconditional love, Divine Mother. I'm not surprised to see this about you. Okay, this is your energy, whether male or female. You are very in tune to the divine feminine, to your sacral and your heart chakra, and you care and you empathize for others, maybe even to a fault at times, very giving, very caring. Your energy is healing and nurturing, and sometimes, you know, it's like you are this beacon of light, and it shines to the broken, and they follow it till they get to you, and they're in your space, and they get healed, and then it's like, boom, I'm out, and you're left feeling high and dry. Like, whoa, what did I even do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong, okay? Again, it's your energy just really impacts people, and when people need love and healing and nurturing, they're going to be attracted into you because that's who you are. That's what you vibe, okay? And it's like, no matter who leaves your life, at some point, it's like they will always come back, okay? Because your vibe is just so delicious. All right, partnerships and love with some nature spirits. So you take your relationships and your connections very seriously, maybe more so than the average person. And again, it's because you're made a little bit differently. You feel things so strong and so deeply, okay? And the average person just does not. You're very aware of yourself also, which again, the average person lacks quite a bit of self-awareness, right? So the people who you love for life, okay? You absolutely do. And I'm feeling part of the reason why Spirit led you to this message is because you are at this crossroads of, if I'm so beautiful, I'm so loving, I'm so giving, I'm so this, I'm so that, why do I feel so lonely? Or why does it seem like it's so easy for people just to walk away and to leave me behind? And why do they always come back, you know, when I don't care anymore, when I've moved on, you know? And you forgive and forget, right? But it's just like a lot of confusion. You want what you give out, right? And Spirit is saying here, listen, you are something special. You are something unique. And many people learn from you and grow from you and heal from you because you are that powerhouse of energy at the soul. All right, so let's pull another card. And with the nature spirits there, with the partnerships and love, there are soul tribe members you will align to this lifetime. You absolutely will, okay? You will align to them. You will find your people and your place where you don't feel like you're the one always holding it all together. It's like sometimes you feel like you could finally be weak in a moment and lean on somebody else. And it's because these soul tribe members are made very similarly to the way that you are. Right, look at that. We've got the sacral chakra with desire, goals, passion, cravings, fulfillment. So you cannot close yourself off from your sacral, which is a very natural thing to do when we've been hurt multiple times in relationships, okay? Family ships, friendships, romantic relationships, all of it. We close off from the heart chakra and the sacral chakra. But you are a very feeling being. You are very fluid. You experience the world. You perceive the world through your emotional body, your heart chakra, your sacral chakra. So when you try to disconnect from that aspect of self, you are empty. You feel like you have no purpose. You get depressed. You start really indulging in negative thoughts, okay, and maybe even some negative behaviors. And it's vital, like no matter what, that you never disconnect yourself from your emotional body, because that's your eyes. That's how you perceive the world, is through that emotional body. You're very creative. You're empathic, okay? Your emotional intelligence is off the charts. You are unique, and you need to understand that. So when you're dealing with less evolved souls, you don't personalize their inability to see you in the capacity that you deserve, because I feel there's many people who have overlooked you and haven't seen the depth and wealth of what you offer, what you bring, okay? Because they get very distracted by that intense energy, and that energy, you know, nurtures them and heals them and uplifts them, and that's where they get stuck and they don't look further, and you feel very abandoned and used and abused once they're just gone. You don't understand that your soul tribe members will see all the way into your heart and soul and will love you for you, not what you could do, not what you bring to the table that you can offer for others and their happiness and their satisfaction, but you, just you being alive. They will love you for that. All aspects of you, your personality, your likes, your dislikes. It won't be about what they can get from you, what they can take from you, okay? There are people you will align to that are going to love you for you. Thank your lucky stars. As you begin to count your blessings, more and more will come. So there is a lot of positive energy that's meant to flow into your life just because of who you are. But you've got to be in a receptive mode to receive that. And that's where you aren't being hard on yourself. Okay, you are loving yourself and nurturing yourself and honoring yourself as you do to all others who cross your path, okay? And as you no longer personalize the bad behavior of others and focus more on, yes, I am unique, and thank you, Spirit, for this being who I am. I am blessed. I am lucky that I am made this way. You are receiving and evolving so much more, okay, because of the way you perceive and experience through the emotional body. And there's a lot of blessings that will be bestowed upon you throughout your lifetime. And the more that you find that you stay in a positive vibration about yourself and your life and your past, emotionally and mentally, you'll notice that things really smooth out for you. Lightheartedness. It's time for you to let your inner child out and play. Yeah, never stop being you because somebody can't handle it. There is nothing wrong with you. You are just more evolved, advanced, aware emotionally than the average person. And some people, they will love you for that. For other people, they won't understand that, okay? They will question it. They will be confused by it. No matter how it's perceived, whether good or bad, it's really not for you to worry about. You just need to be you and love you for who and what you are, and give yourself permission to be just that, you. It doesn't matter who can handle it and who cannot handle it. That's not your job. Your job is not to keep everybody happy and satisfied and pacified. All right? You matter too. And that's one thing you struggle with, is unconditionally loving yourself and putting yourself first and understanding what interests you and what you want to do and what you want to be, because you're so fluid. All right? You really flow into other people and you care quite deeply, and you funnel a lot of your energy into their well-being and their upliftment. Let's pull some more cards. You need to make sure you give all of that to yourself as well. We have past life, religions, spiritual mission, dream messages, and unique style. Look at that. See? Here it is. Spirit is saying you are unique. You are made perfect in your uniqueness. Embrace it. Love yourself for who and what you are. Even if you feel like the odd one out, you are not. You are not. You are very much a part of the Aquarian age coming in. Okay, so with past life, a lot of people who will come and go out of your life, you have had experiences and encounters with in previous lifetimes. Very similar role as what you're playing this life journey, okay? You are a leader, a spiritual teacher, a healer. You are an empath, and you've been at this for multiple lifetimes now in this role, and that's why you handle it so well, all right? Even though at times you feel like you're gonna break, you're not. You've done this many lifetimes before. And religions, this here, I'm feeling, if people come against you for your own personal spiritual beliefs and they try to tell you you're bad, you're wrong, all these things, you need to just shut that noise out, because your soul knows your path, and your path is right for you, okay? Your path might not be right for, other people, but it's right for you. And so you need to be okay with what it is you believe spiritually, and also give others the freedom to believe what they believe, because you're here for a spiritual mission, which means there are certain topics that you are going to feel incredibly passionate about, all right? Very passionate about, and that may cause division in some of your relationships, and that's okay. Spirit is saying you've got to stand for what is true at your soul, even if others don't agree with you. But on the same coin, on the other side of that coin, you've got to let people believe, think, and do what they feel is right for them, even if it feels like nails on a chalkboard for you, okay? It's like you need the space to be you, and you need to give people the space to be who they are. Even if you see them really screwing up, making awful, horrible decisions, you hold this space in your light by you being you without judgment upon them, okay? And some people may attack you for who you are, what you believe, all those things. You're very unique, but you know what? Don't let any of that penetrate you, and don't retaliate. That's low vibrational shadow Piscean age energy, the duality. You are whole. Okay, you are balanced, you are peace, you are harmony, and you can't let any of that infect you and throw you off balance, because your soul knows what you are here to do with this spiritual mission. And dream messages, you receive a lot of information and divine guidance on the astral. I would keep a dream journal. If you don't remember your dreams much, start doing meditations to help you remember, or even lucid dreaming for you guys. You could have dreams that foretell things that are coming up, things that are about to happen, okay? There's a lot going on in the astral for you guys, and don't discount that. Do not discount that. Right, we have Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, King of Wands, Knight of Swords, the Lovers, Queen of Cups, Knight of Wands, and Five of Wands. Okay, so yeah, Spirit says you battle yourself about who you are, what you believe. You've got to stop that, and you just accept you. You are made perfect. You truly, truly are. And the more you come into acceptance with your whole self, you start making magic, okay? Thank your lucky stars with the Ace of Pentacles. all that you give out for the good is going to come back to you in big, beautiful blessings throughout your life journey. Okay. That's why it's so important for you to stay in the positive, because I see here with the Nine of Swords, with this sacral, different relationships really consume you. When they leave you high and dry, when they hurt you, when they betray you, it's like, I don't understand how this happened. Why did you do this? Like, it really consumes you. And when you're feeling that, you've got to call upon the angels and allow yourself to rest and say, okay, all things are for purpose. I'm very caught up in the emotions of all of this. Angels, help me relax my mind. Help me relax my heart so I can see this all from a different perspective. Okay? Don't worry so much. Remember, focus more on the positive and the lightheartedness. Yeah, King of Wands, that's who you are this life journey. Okay? That's somebody who operates from their spirit, from their soul. You are a leader. You are wise in spiritual matters as well as other things. Here you're showing us the Knight of Swords in the past life on this journey. So in past life you were the knight in this current role. In this life you're the king in this role. It's the same role. And you know, your religious, spiritual beliefs, life views, political views, all of that, if people cannot accept you for that, you've got to let them go. I know that it hurts, but there will be people that love you for who you are and don't want you to change or be something to please them. They will accept you just as you are. And here you are, showing here Queen of Cups. So strong spiritual guidance. And here you are, the full grown, emotionally mature soul with the spiritual mission. All right, your spiritual mission is different for each of you, and you feel the calling inside, and the Knight of Wands communication that comes in through the dream world, and it's, you've got to accept yourself. You are made perfect. Okay, you absolutely are. And the more that you accept yourself, the happier you become. Don't let anybody tell you you need to change. We are all always growing and evolving, right? But I just, with this unique style, and then what I was feeling at the beginning of the read, you're just very different. And you feel on the outs, or you've been shunned for that. And it's like, no, that's what is magic about you, is all the ways you are different from most people, okay? And the more that you come into alignment with the acceptance and love of self, it just, life gets easier. It's like you open up and you start receiving all these gifts and blessings that are due to you from the beautiful energy that you are. Look at this transmission. You receive not just in dreams, okay? You are constantly channeling the higher realms. You need to make sure you pay attention to your intuition. And look at this bliss. Yes, you're not here to be sad, okay? And I just feel it's a lot of what you've gone through, and how, you know, it's hard not to personalize somebody's bad behavior, and why did you leave me, and why did you do this, and why did you do that? Like, it's hard not to personalize that, like, what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. You're just a different vibe, all right? You're more advanced, you're more evolved, and the more you fall into the acceptance of that and the bliss, the blessings just start rolling in for you. And look at that mindfulness. Yeah, don't let yourself wander to the dark side about who you are. You're beautiful. You're made perfect. Spirit wants you to know that, okay? Focus on the positive, especially when you really feel yourself veering off, because you are very sensitive. All right, what do we have? A door to the infinite. Yep. At my heart center, there is a door that leads to the infinite. Today, I visit my heart center and open that door. As I enter, I experience a deep sense of serenity, and I understand that I am eternal, that I am indestructible. From here, I can see beyond my life's challenges to the higher levels of my existence. I know that in my light is the infinite. Look at that. Yes, see, you are a more advanced, evolved being. You need to know that. And focus more on the positive and loving yourself, all right? So those are your messages. I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take care. Hello to everybody who chose the Soul Journey lesson cards along with the fluorite. So, you guys are very intelligent people, okay, first and foremost, and you're also connected into your spiritual wisdom, but I don't feel a lot of you recognize it for what it is. People just call you a wise old soul, or you always come up with a solution. You kind of think outside the box, and it's just very natural to you. But that's your soul. You really are driven by your soul, and you're quite intuitive. You read people's minds, thoughts, emotions, okay? And again, some of you may recognize 100% that that's what you're doing, but I feel a lot of you don't. That's just how you are. That's how you're made. So you feel like you're just tuned into somebody, you're just reading somebody like most people can, but you really go deeper. You actually read thoughts and you read hearts, all right? And go deeper into that. Really always trust your intuition, and you come up with a lot of really good ideas. Okay, so let's pull some cards and go a little deeper into you. You have a really good heart. Even sometimes you don't think you do, but you do. You have a good heart. Okay, relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Peace. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. And regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Okay, so you really struggle with relationships. Whether that's your family, your friends, your romance, all of the above, or two of the three, okay? You have signed up for a lot of spiritual growth through your interaction in your close relationships. And that's pretty par for the course for a more evolved soul, such as yourself, is your lessons are going to tend to be a bit more challenging because you've already worked through a lot of lessons in previous lifetimes, okay? And so you are doing the majority of your soul growth through your interactions with others, okay? Which makes you struggle with being in a place of peace and harmony within yourself, because you really question, is this just an attachment I have to somebody, or is this real love? And you ride the fence, because even if a relationship in your life isn't the best, but you really care for the person, you question if you'll have great regrets walking away from them or leaving them behind. Sometimes, it's just pretty right there, and and there's no question. But there are more often situations where you really teeter back and forth on whether somebody should remain in your life or if you should push them away due to your deep emotional connection to them. But also that fear of regret, of burning that bridge. Like, you're not somebody who really wants to burn bridges. Like, somebody has to do you incredibly dirty for you to do that. But you will, if the right buttons are pushed, you will do what you've got to do. I'm not talking about that. This is those more relationships where the lines seem blurred and there's a lot of confusion, and you're constantly questioning your place in this person's heart, in their world, and like they run hot and cold, wow. I feel like all this confusion in one moment, it's like clear and everything seems well, but then in the next moment, it's all a stir, and you're left wondering, and you fear a lot of, because man, it's like there's two sides to you. There's one side of you that will speak your truth, say what you got to say, put people in their place, because you feel very strong and empowered to me, okay? But there's this other side to you where it's like you're the opposite. You hold your tongue so that you don't make waves. You walk on eggshells. You become very accommodating to other people, and it comes down to your emotional attachment to them. And a lesson this lifetime for you is learning how to overcome the emotional attachment, okay? Because a lot of people will say, well, why do you stay? Oh, because I love this person. And you have definitely found yourself in that situation and saying, you don't understand how I feel, trying to defend yourself to others, like you don't know how I feel. And that this is a very hard lesson to learn, is where you can totally love somebody with your whole heart and soul, but have the wisdom to see that they're no good for you and the strength to walk away. That is a lesson that you have been working on this lifetime, and that is not easy, but you are a very advanced soul. And I feel there's a point in your younger years where you may have been a bit more hot-tempered, and you did kind of end things hastily, and you were filled with a lot of regret for that. And so future relationships, you've tried to balance that out, but now you find yourself teetering the fence of, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do, I don't want to screw up and make a mistake again, but at the same time something feels off, this doesn't feel right to me. So let's pull some more cards. Okay, we've got the crown chakra, hope, support, miracles, spirituality with faith. Yeah, see, you are definitely a more evolved, advanced being. You do read hearts and minds. Okay, you, when you're very balanced, you can read the temperature of the room and anybody in it better than anybody else can. All right, you have a strong connection to the higher realms. You receive a lot of guidance and information from that space. But when that information is in conflict with your own personal thoughts and emotions attached to a person or situation, that's when you start riding the fence, okay? Your soul is always going to tell you to stay or to go, what the right thing is to do. But that lesson of learning how to overcome the emotion and the desire of what is wanted opposed to what is needed and what is best, that's just a struggle that you go through. But you have a lot of angelic and support of spirit guides with that, and also your energy. You give people messages. You just pick up on things about people, and you're way right. Well, you're more right than you are wrong, okay? Know that. Know that. Definitely much more right than you are wrong. Even if somebody's trying to deflect or say otherwise, you really do read people quite well. Okay, that's something else. All right. Because of that ability of how well you read people, when it comes to people that you are deeply emotionally attached to, you really confuse the guidance and your ability to read with your own emotions, okay? You're doing a lot of work with emotions this lifetime. Conscious living. Those healthy changes you have been meaning to make are imperative for you now. All right, so there are different aspects of yourself, different patterns of behavior, different thoughts that you know are not good for you. And it goes back to these relationships, okay? How certain relationships you know aren't good for you, but you continue on. There's certain things that you participate in, that you think about, and you know, because you're more advanced, you know it's not good for you, it's not constructive for your path, for your journey, but there's some aspect of enjoyment or attachment to the thoughts or the behavior, the activities. And Spirit is coming in and saying, hey, what's not good for you is not good for you. It stunts your growth. It keeps you stagnated. And what needs to go, it needs to go. And that's partly why you were led into this read, because you know exactly what Spirit is talking about here. You do. Vibrational match. You are sending out new signals that are bringing forward positive new experiences. Okay, yeah, after these changes, it shifts your vibration. Okay, and these lessons that you're learning in relationships, it's the same lesson, but now you're on a different frequency. So you're going to experience it differently. And it doesn't have to be so confusing and painful and uncertain. Okay, it's just a whole different experience. It's more of a spiritual experience, and you come from a different place of understanding. And also through these changes, you are going to align to some better connections in life, better friendships, and maybe even a better romance for you, where it's a good flow of give and take, and your spiritual beliefs or integrity of self isn't going to be compromised by maintaining a connection with these new people. Okay, these are going to be people that are a really good match for who you are at the soul and help you grow in a positive sense, opposed to experiencing this lesson in that like shadow aspect. It's like you've walked the shadow aspect of this lesson, and now it's time to walk the light aspect of this lesson when it comes to relationships. Okay, and this is something that you're working on throughout this life, but the time that Spirit brings you to this video is the time where there's the big shift about to take place in this lesson, and we've got to let certain things go, certain relationships, certain beliefs, certain patterns of behavior, to allow the shifting into the light for these new connections, these new ideas to come in and take hold. So let's pull some more cards. Yeah, look at that. Illuminated mind. These relationships, beliefs, patterns of behavior are limiting you, and you do know that. Like, you know it. And maybe Spirit saying, yes, you know, let's change this. Let's shift to the light so you can have a better experience. Yeah, look at that. Galactic family. Soul tribe coming in. Crystals. Ego hold. And life lessons. Okay, so this ego hold comes back to when you feel a deep attachment to somebody, or you really want something to go a certain way, you don't want to let a relationship go. That's that ego hold. Okay, it keeps you imprisoned. All right, it keeps you blind, it keeps you from evolving. And now you're coming to that period where it's time to shift out of the ego hold, out of the shadow experience of this lesson into the light. And here, the galactic family, you're going to have higher level beings coming in. When you are working this lesson in the light, it raises your vibration, your frequency, which opens you up to higher level beings to channel information to you, to help you understand these life lessons that are evolving you. And crystals, it's imperative that you are aware of your energy at all times. And if you're feeling slightly out of balance, not grounded, important to do meditation or go get some Reiki healing. There's a lot of that on YouTube that you could do for free. But very important that you are balanced energetically. Okay, because when you get out of balance, that's when you really start riding the fence on everything, and you get really confused, and then you're just kind of sitting there not making a move or doing anything at all. And you're just kind of waiting on a sign, and Spirit's like, no, it's time for you to not fear mistakes of the past You've grown, you've evolved from those times. And it's time to really tap into your soul and see what your soul is saying to you about any given person, situation, behavior, pattern in your life. Because we're moving out of the shadow, okay? And you see that even all of this is the shadow that clouds the mind. We're moving out of that. Your mind is becoming illuminated, which allows you to connect to some new people, and they are higher level energy like you, and the experience that they offer you is of the light, not of the shadow, like some of the relationships in your life at present. But those relationships are just teaching you some life lessons, okay? So let's pull some tarot. Right, Ten of Cups, Page of Wands, Three of Swords, Seven of Wands, Strength, Page of Pentacles, Five of Wands, and the Hierophant. Wow. Okay, so the Ten of Cups with conscious living. Spirit is saying to you, if you make these changes that you know you need to make within yourself, within your life, however that pertains, that is the path to your ultimate happiness, okay? And here it is. Through these changes, it shifts your frequency, your vibration. Page of Wands, which opens you up to new beings, for guidance, for support, vibrational match. Three of Swords, you know that there are some people that are not good for you, that are not meant to continue on in your journey, but you care deeply, so you're like, no, I don't want to let them go, and that's part of this conscious living and making those changes. And as long as you hold on to all of that, which causes you pain, it prevents you from opening up and aligning to these other people and shifting into the light of these experiences, the life lessons that you've been working on. Illuminated mind, you know it. See, Seven of Wands, but you're defensive. You're blocking it. You're like, no, Spirit, I don't want to hear this. That's not what I want to hear. I already know, but I don't want to hear it. Gosh darn. And the galactic family with strength. These new people coming in are going to be very loving and supportive of you and will give you strength. And also the shifting, you'll get more strength from these higher level beings that are working with you. And here with the crystals and the Page of Pentacles, some of you, I would highly recommend doing a search for your area of a Reiki master. Read reviews so you can make sure you get a really good one, and go and pay to get your energy balanced and your chakras opened, and help you release anything that must be let go of. At a point in my journey, there was some things that I knew I needed to absolutely let go of, including a very, very significant relationship in my life. And one day I just did it. I went down, saw the Reiki master, went through the whole hour ritual, cried, and it changed things. And I finally was able to let that go. I knew it was time, even though I didn't want to let it go. And it was honestly the best thing I could have ever done. And now looking back, I'm like, oh my gosh, everything happens for a reason. And anything that makes you feel sad, you're going to heal. You're going to evolve beyond that pain and understand the purpose in all of it, okay? And here with the eagle hold, it's the same thing over here with the illuminated mind and the Seven of Wands. You got the Five of Wands. That's that internal conflict of, I know this isn't good for me, but I have this attachment, so I want to hold on to it. And you go back and forth, back and forth. And these life lessons with the Hierophant, that spirit saying, you are a very wise being. You are very intelligent. You know this. You know what needs to change and what needs to shift. You've been asking. I'm giving you the same answer. It's not going to change anytime soon until you make the changes that you know must be made, and that leads you into your happiness. Like, Spirit's coming in strong, and you are such a wise, strong soul, okay? You know, it's not about understanding for you. It's about the willingness to make that shift, because any change is uncomfortable, right? You know, you are so, so wise. All right, let's pull some more cards. Journey, passion, and letting go. Wow. Yeah. I always want to give nothing but positive messages. Always, always, always. And this is a positive. However, the negative is there are some things that you must let go of. And you fear the loss of that person, that behavior, that activity, that belief, whatever it is, you worry about the absence of that from your life. But Spirit's saying is the letting go of all of that is what brings you happy and reignites your passion for your journey, for your life, okay? So make those changes and watch, just watch how beautiful life begins to look for you. Oh my goodness. All right, let's pull one final message. All right, wow, a door to the infinite. At my heart center, there is a door that leads to the infinite. Today, I visit my heart center and open that door. As I enter, I experience a deep sense of serenity, and I understand that I am eternal, that I am indestructible. From here, I can see beyond my life's challenges to the higher levels of my existence. I know now that my inner light is infinite. Yes, no matter what needs to change, you will grow, you will expand, you will find happiness, you will find joy. But wow, the door to the infinite of your soul. All right, so those are your messages. I am sending each and every one of you lots of love and light and strength and empowerment to make those changes, because I see where it's leading you and it's beautiful. All right, so take care. Hello to everybody that chose the Soul Lesson and Soul Purpose Oracle deck along with the yellow quartz. So right away for you guys, Spirit is telling me, and it's part because you picked this right here, okay, with this deck, is you've had to be stronger then more is fair, okay? Then is what is fair to you. So some of you, this is like as a child, there was a lot of situations you were put into where you had to grow up really quick, or, you know, be an adult, be strong all on your own, okay? I feel a sense of I shouldn't have had to shoulder that burden. I shouldn't have had to bear that weight and responsibility at such a young age. And then others of you, it's more of a feeling like, you're very lone wolf, hermit. You've learned to really count on and depend on yourself because people have let you down time and time again. And the internal strength in all of you, regardless of how you resonate with having to be too strong, too long, too soon, on your own, however that resonates for you. You guys have more emotional, mental, and spiritual strength than the average person. And that's what Spirit wanted you to know, and why Spirit led you to this reading is so that you have more appreciation for yourself. And it's not easy to have to do a lot of things on your own, but you are somebody who can stand on their own 2 feet. You are somebody that can handle the storm coming over, knocking everything down, rebuilding again, and thriving better than ever before. Like, you are that person. Not everybody could do that. In fact, a lot of what you've had to handle and go through would make most people crumble and just give up, all right? Spirit is applauding your strength of what you've had to face and what you've had to go through, especially alone and on your own. You are a very, very, very strong soul. And because of what you've experienced, it makes you quite empathetic to others and have a compassion for others that you wouldn't otherwise possess, because you know what it's like to be there, all right? And you have purpose. Spirit wants you to know that you have purpose. You're not just here taking up space, just to waste a mistake. No. Your energy, like I keep going back to the Hermit, okay? Feeling the Hermit card energy. You're very wise. In fact, being around people all the time, that's too people-y. Like, you're very sensitive to energies, and it can make you become frustrated, irritable, drained. Sometimes you even get headaches or feel sick to your stomach, okay? You aren't made to be around a lot of people at one time, okay? You are a one-on-one, more intimate type of setting. You are somebody who isn't going to do that superficial talk about nothing and just waste time. Like, if you're speaking, you want it to mean something. You want to learn, you want to grow, you want to share, all right? You're more of a one-on-one, and Spirit's saying, don't look at yourself as flawed because of any of those attributes. Look at yourself as strong. You are strong. The stronger, wiser you are, the more you opt to be in your own energy. Look that up, okay? And so if you are the lone wolf and you've had to be really strong when you shouldn't have had to have been, it's because you are a very strong, wise soul, okay? So let's pull some cards. Make a plan. Wake up call. And strengthen your gifts. Oh, nice. There is an aspect to you, to your soul, that is turning on, okay? And I'm going to say, all of you are spiritually gifted in some way that were drawn into this third read just because of what I picked up from when we were doing the crystal reading and then these cards coming out. You are spiritually gifted, okay? You may be a light worker, a star seed, an indigo, a crystal child, or some new vibe that we don't have a name for yet, okay? You are here to help shift the Aquarian age fully in and help exit out the Piscean age and all that it entails. And that's why you kind of feel like you are a loner. Most people don't get you. Most people don't understand you. What's the point anyways? All of that. You are very spiritually different than the average person, okay? And this here, as Spirit is saying, this journey, you have light work to do. You are meant to use your spiritual gift somehow, some way. And some of you, that could be channeling messages, doing Reiki work, reading cards, being a medium. Some of you, that might be through writing fictional stories or writing, just channeling all this spiritual information, or painting or writing poetry, okay? Spirit is going to move through each and every one of you differently, but you are like the master. There's something special and magical about your talent here, your spiritual gift. You're about to have a big wake-up call to that, and it's time to grow that aspect of you and to fully embrace that aspect of you and make a plan. What do you want to do with it? Because the next 5-10 years of your journey from the time you view this reading is coming into this gift, manifesting it into something, and just being a total rock star at it, okay? So let's pull some more cards. That one flipped, and look at what we have here. Not surprised to see the crown chakra for you guys. Inspiration, ideas, spark, conception, impulse. And that is right here under the wake-up call. Yes, your spiritual gift, whether you are aware of it or not at this moment, is totally activating, okay? And if you're already aware of it, it's about to really grow and expand, okay? Going into new dimensions you are. Oh my gosh, I love it. And that picture right there of the sun with one hand over the eye and then the moon cycle. Oh, that is so perfect and synchronistic, because you here it is, those of you who are aware of this, and all of you are aware of it to some degree, all right? It might just be like a little something that's just a little part of you. It's about to become a huge part of you. The other hand is moving away from the eye, and your crown chakra is wide open, and you're receiving inspiration as to what plan you need to make to really expand into this gift, as well as manifest it into something on the physical realm, in the physical plane. And this might even be becoming, you know, a spiritually based practice or business of some kind. It is your calling for sure. All right, let's pull some more cards. True love. At the core foundation of this relationship is the potential for true love. Okay, so this, because we're looking at your soul, right? We're reading your soul. You do have a true love. Okay, you do. It's somebody that is going to love you exactly as you are. You're not going to need to change a thing. And see how much purple. All right, purple and violets in this card, just like this card. You guys are going to be connected at the crown chakra. They're spiritually gifted too. Heavy hearts. Take time to nurture your emotional wounds. All right. I know being the lone wolf, feeling like the odd one out is not an easy journey, but you are something so special. Oh my gosh, you are. And a lot of people just don't get that, don't understand that. But this spiritual gift you possess, so many people are going to resonate with it and connect with it and love you for it, okay? And you're going to shine. And those who have not understood you, hurt you, disappointed you in the past, let it go. Because remember, Spirit has acknowledged that you had to be too strong, too soon, too long, okay? Spirit has acknowledged that. But it has opened you wide, and it has brought forth such compassion and sensitivity from you for others, okay? Your energy is healing. The journey you walked is inspirational to others as well, okay? So it's time to work on healing this heavy heart as well. That's part of the plan. It's time to face the shadow, the emotional wounds of what's happened in the past. There is true love for you. There are soul tribe members out there for you. You won't always feel so lonely, okay? You will be embraced. You will be accepted. And right now, Spirit's saying it's time to heal your emotional baggage and grow your spiritual gift and open yourself up every possible way you can think of to allow that to happen, because your happiness is going to follow immediately. All right, let's pull some more cards. You are so divinely protected. Look at that. Yes, you are definitely a starseed or a light worker. And look at love lessons, heavy heart. You've gone through it with people. You really, really have. And you just don't understand. You're like, why, Spirit? It's... Okay, well, we'll get through all of it and then I'll explain. Okay, so we've got triggers. Affirmations, and the Buddha. There you are. Okay, so you are the Buddha. You contain a lot of spiritual wisdom within, and that's, you were also, even though you felt like, you know, I had to be strong too soon, too long, you know, however you relate with that, the thing is you were able to do that at the soul level because of the evolution you've achieved in previous lifetimes. That's why you've handled that. Whereas other people wouldn't have been able to. You were able to because of your soul evolution, okay? And you needed to experience certain triggers through love lessons in different relationships and situations so that you could come into this knowing of self, of this soul wisdom. And it's not an easy process when you're being triggered and cracked open to your wisdom, to your divinity. But that's why you had to go through some of that, is to awaken you fully to your spiritual gift, who you really are at the soul. Affirmations will really help you guys. I listen to sleep affirmations for just various things, and I really, honest to God, see a huge improvement. There are so many to choose from on YouTube, whether it's self-love, it's forgiveness, it's healing, it's attracting a true love mate, it's better money, it's expanding your spiritual gift, whatever it is that you need to do. Believe me, there's an affirmation on YouTube for you. And I listen to them while I sleep. It's just easier for me, but you can listen to them during the day or when you're meditating or working out or driving to work, just whatever works for you. But Spirit is saying that will really help shift you out of this heavy emotions that some of you guys are dealing with from these love lessons that you've gone through that triggered you. And without this trigger, you would not have awakened to this greatest, most beautiful gift about yourself. And I'll tell you guys, for me personally, it was the ending of a long-standing love relationship in my life that triggered me, that cracked me wide open to become what I am now today. At the time, I did not like it. I was kicking and screaming. I did not understand it. Now, looking back 5 years on, I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. I see why that had to end and why it had to end the way that it did. And all that pain, what it did for me ultimately, okay? And that's kind of where you guys are at. And your spiritual gift and purpose and mission is about to become the forefront of your life. So let's pull some tarot. Okay, look at that judgment on true love. You have a real deal soulmate, a spiritual flame that is going to align with you in a romantic way this lifetime. And this is not somebody who's going to hurt you and leave you and be flaky and be back and forth. Any romantic situation you've experienced with a person like that was only a love lesson to bring about that trigger for your awakening. Your true spiritual flame is not going to hurt you. They are going to love you and support you, and that's how you'll know. All right, 7 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 5 of Wands, Ace of Swords, Hanged Man, and look at that, Queen of Pentacles on the Buddha. Okay, so yes, you do have a true soulmate, spiritual flame, twin flame, however you want to view it. You have that this life journey. You are resistant of your spiritual gift and calling, okay, in some capacity, and you've got to let that go. Like, that is your purpose for this lifetime, and when you surrender and embrace that, you are going to be so happy, and you are going to align, because I see where, like, family, friendships, romance has really left you in a lot of pain and let you down, okay? But here it is, even though you feel like you've had to be too strong and stand alone, you've been protected by the angels, by the higher realms. And these love lessons, you've really gone back and forth about certain relationships. Is this my twin flame? Is this a real soulmate? Is this a karmic? And Spirit's like, listen, anybody who is hurting you and really triggering you, that they're here just to help open you up and bring a lesson to you. Your true soul tribe is not going to do that to you. It's not to say that there'll never be any friction or challenge with soul tribe members, but they're not going to hurt you and betray you and stab you in the back and come in and out of your life and play games. They're not going to do that. That is not what a real, true, supportive soul tribe member is. Those who do those things, they're here to trigger you, to awaken you into your true purpose, your divinity. And here are the affirmations with this Hanged Man. It's really, you might not think so, but I promise you, if you do it for 30 days, as often as you possibly can, and also telling yourself these affirmations, you're going to move past this area where you feel very stagnated, unable to let go, move on, move forward, have a breakthrough, whatever it is. The affirmations will really help you. And here it is, the Buddha with the Queen of Pentacles. You, whether you are male or female, you are meant to earn an income from your spiritual gift. Okay, you are. Absolutely. And you've been in the process of your awakening and your expansion to align you to this understanding, this knowing. And now, Spirit says, make a plan. It's time to heal, and it's time for you to totally embrace your spiritual self and your gifts. And Spirit will work with you and move through you and work for you, okay? So let's pull some more cards. All right, look at that, family. And this is, a lot of you had dysfunctional families in the physical earth plane, and you have a whole family of light that is constantly protecting you and loving you and guiding you. And also, some of these members of the family of light are going to join you in the physical realm. Okay, so there is a true soul family for you in the physical as well as the non-physical, this life journey. Look at that, group work. See, you're going to align to them, but also you're here like all the other light workers and star seeds to do some service to humanity, working with Spirit for, you know, the awakening, the great awakening as we shift into the Aquarian age fully. And look at that. Spirit is saying surrender. to who and what you really are. You will find so much peace and happiness when you do that, all right? Because you'll be living your purpose. And if people cannot accept you and your spiritual calling, let them fall away, because your true soul family is going to align with you. And with this Ace of Swords, it's all going to become crystal clear, and the affirmations will really, really help surrender to who and what you are. You are so special, okay? You are instrumental to the world at this time, to spirit. You have a whole galactic family as well that would like to talk to you and communicate with you. And you know, you have the yellow quartz, and look at these first two cards out are yellow. That's talking about how strong you are. And now the green, strengthen your gift. It's time to open your heart space, be vulnerable, feel safe, reconnect to your inner child. Okay, self-love. Today, I love myself fully. I accept myself exactly as I am. I am able to recognize my own divinity and to appreciate the purity of my soul. I take the time to care for myself. I enjoy myself. I nourish myself. I am kind to myself. I am grateful for who I am, and you should be. All right? You are beautiful. Love yourself. Embrace your gifts. Embrace your purpose. All right, so those are your messages. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.